and welcome to today's video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a basic groundwork routine for respect. And you can see she kind of walked in front of me already, so that's where the first exercise comes into play. So if your horse is acting a little bit disrespectful, this is a good way to just get started. So the first exercise is going to be the back up low to pressure. Now, a normal back up, if you're trying to get your horse just to back up, you're going to aim for this pressure point right here in the little triangle. So that's actually like a button. So if you put pressure on that button, which I'm just going to use a little bit, back, back, and release. You just touch that little button, and just touching the button will generally get that response. So back, look towards those feet, stand up straight, and back. So that is a good button. Now we want her to stretch her upper neck, and we want her to engage her back. So that's going to be a much lower stretch. So I'm going to go with a low stretch back. So we're going to actually get down, and we're going to aim for her knees because we want her neck to come down. There we go. And now to back and round. So back, look at those feet, and release. And we're just going to pull back, 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 and release. See how she's keeping her head down nice and low? And back. As soon as she starts to take a step, I release and back. See how we're really getting a nice, good stretch with that particular exercise. So the head down, just in a normal back, and then the head low in a back. So this is a regular back, aim for that, and then a low back is a crouch and back. So those are the two different types of backing. All right, now let's move on to getting the horse to stretch. Okay, so now I want her to stretch her head down. Now this is very important. She should be able to give to pressure on the top, so basically if I take my fingers right behind, give her a little rub, she should give her head just like that. Okay, that's giving the head down that way. Now some horses don't do this, and you have to actually just press and just hold. And so you are the release. They just get out of that. Don't keep pressing. All right, the next type of getting their head to bring down is directly to the ground. So you get in a squat, a nice squat, and you're gonna pull the head directly to the ground and release. So pull the head directly to the ground and release. So that's pressure point on the top of the head and using the rein. And as you can see, she's already standing with her head nice and low. She's nice and relaxed, and doing these exercises has already benefited her to actually give their neck sideways or lateral flexation. So the first stretch, you reach up and you put your hand right here to the corner of your saddle. You can also do this bareback, but as soon as she gives, you release. So reach up, thumb and forefinger, step back, give the horse a nice pocket, and when you see that little nod, that's when you release. Now, here's where it gets a little complicated, is your deep stretch. Now, this one, unless you know your horse, you really shouldn't do. But you're going to stand back here. You're just going to get a little bit of tail right there, because what you're trying to do is get the horse to stretch their whole body. I'm going to ask her to stretch her nose. Now the horse should be eventually able to stretch all the way back here. But what we're trying to do is to get her to stretch back to her belly and actually engage. So this is a stretch more than anything else. So she's going to keep turning. She's going to keep turning. We're going to keep doing this. So she gives, and we release. Sorry, you didn't see that really well. Ooh, ooh. So I'll show it to you again. Now she knows this stretch. This is the stretch that the chiropractor showed me how to do. I'm standing right here, so I'm in that nice zone, so I can move along with her. I'm going to ask, there we go, she's starting to stretch, starting to stretch, starting to stretch, and come on, give it, give it, give it, give it, give it, give it. Oh, she doesn't want to give it, that's okay. Ah, there we go. And release. So this is a really deep stretch. This is actually can be accomplished if you have a very food motivated horse to get them to treat stretch this far. But what you do on one side, you do on the other. I have my lunge rope. That's why I kind of like having a saddle to do these. You have something to put it on. So I'm going to reach back. Ooh, girl. Ooh. She knows what I'm in for. Ooh. She knows I'm up for the deep stretch. Okay, ready? And deep stretch. Come on. Give me a stretch. Give me a stretch. Oh, yeah. Good girl. Good girl. One more time. And oh, good girl. So there you go. Those are some basic stretches to loosen up your horse's head and neck so they're much more respectful. The next part would be the forequarters and then the hindquarters as well. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you enjoyed the video, give us a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Make sure you check out all of our playlists. We've got lots more coming.